The Leo and Danny show.
Think about it. We live in LA. We're entertainers. It's always fucking sunny outside. You're in great shape. You're a handsome dude. You've had sex with 250 women. That's more slot than the entire Palms Casino has.
It doesn't make you happy though. You know, you ever feel like that? I mean, yeah, I see if you can't have sex with women, that could make you depressed too. I get that, but you know, even if you can, it doesn't bring you happiness.
I agree, man. I agree. I remember the weekend that showed me that. I was back in Sacramento for Christmas break. This was the peak of my pussy getting season. 2012, December. I was in college. I had just gotten blown by a girl with triple D, maybe even F tits. This blonde Barbie doll type.
That's as good as it gets for you.
Who I went to college with? I'm talking with women. We're talking about women right now. Yeah. I had met up with and made out with a star volleyball player at UCLA. That's nice. Her name's Zoe Nightingale. She's a fucking hottie. I might have to cut that out. I might have to cut that out. I had made out with her, and then that never went further than us making out. And I'd like hooked up, I'd banged or gotten blown by some other girl in my car. And I felt like I was high on Vicodin or on heroin or cocaine is probably the one that was most the same to what I was feeling. And I thought, I feel fucking great right now. This is awesome. I'm getting so much pussy. Woke up the next morning, felt so empty and worse than I felt 3 weeks ago when I wasn't getting no tail.
Exactly, man. It's crazy how many times I've had that feeling, man. And even if it's a beautiful girl, even if it's one of the hottest girls you've ever been with, it's still a really empty feeling at the end of the day.
Everybody's struggling with the same shit you're struggling with, dude. They just don't have a platform like this podcast to open up and shed a few tears on.
Yeah, it's nice.
Who do you think is truly happy? Let me ask you that.
Maybe like a monk, you know, somewhere.
You don't want to be no monk.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be a monk. I mean,
they're bald, they wear orange fabric, and they live in India. There are all kinds of tropical diseases down there. Or do they live in China?
I think kids with Down syndrome seem to be the most happy.
Honestly, yeah, that's a good point. Some special ed kids are happy. Mitch has an uncle that is special.
So you're telling me right now that your one regret in life is that you weren't born with Down syndrome?
No. I'm saying, I mean, I would say like a guy that has a routine that's like under control. That I respect a guy like The Rock. He seems happy. I don't know, you know. My hero Derek Jeter. He seems a happy guy, you know.
So two rich and famous men.
Yeah,
they have their shit too, though, Leo. Derek Jeter probably wishes he were still playing baseball. He's probably never going to feel the same as when he was in his heyday. He was the face of New York. He was fucking Jessica Biel up the ass. What was it? Which?
Yeah, he's dated all of them, but yeah, that was my favorite that he dated. He dated Jessica Biel in her prime.
I thought it was. I was thinking
he dated Jessica Alba too.
That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, he dated both of them.
He fucked both those girls.
Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson all in their prime.
Did he sodomize them all?
Probably, dude.
Okay, so you're telling me right now that Derek Jeter, you don't think he has some depression when he looks back in those Sports Illustrated pictures of himself? 25 years old, huge cock, Jessica Biel in the background with wet titties.
You're absolutely right.
She was lactating.
I do believe that. That's why I originally said like a monk, but like I truly believe. I guess happiness is really just the moment before you need more happiness. So I guess it's really about staying even keel.
You need to stay even keeled. It's not about happiness. It's about satisfaction.
Yeah,
that's what I chase. If people ask me if I were happy, I would tell them, I don't know if I'm happy, but I know that I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. And if you gave me a year on a desert island to reconsider my life and make all the decisions again, pull out my abacus and my scales and weigh the options, I would go right back here to LA and continue doing what I'm doing right now. I think that is satisfaction, and I think that is happiness. Happiness? Is Rat Dick Ralph happy right now? He's certainly living like a hedonist. He's getting all the highs. He's double teaming Rat Pussy Pam.
Yeah, he might be happy.
He's doing a lot of coke and drinking a lot of vodka. I'm willing to bet he's imagine how he felt this morning, Monday morning, after his weekend binge for 48 hours.
Yeah, probably. I mean, who knows? I'm sure he just gets smokes right off the bat. But yeah, man, I understand. Yeah, it's a tough. I think I need to obviously make a change and to be you know, I do think this is the year. I've been at least contemplating a change the most this year. Like, I don't want to call it this year, but you know, in the last year or so, I think it's been something that's been needed a change.
What's the change? What do you want to make?
I think
name three things right now that you think will make you happier.
I think
start with one and then we'll move to two. We don't need to overthink all three.
I'm just working on my craft more often.
Comedy.
Yeah, putting more of my heart into it. I feel like I do. And then probably like, drinking less probably.
You don't
like
drink that much.
I don't drink that much, but even less than that would be nice.
I understand. I cut off drinking completely.
Yeah, just none of that stuff. Maybe being just healthier in general would be nice,
You are healthy.
I'm very healthy. I am healthy, but I'm just like I'd like to be able to just, I don't know, just be like in the shape I was like in college once, like just elite. I like at least like, like I feel like your brain is at its optimal state when you're in that kind of shape.
You're in good shape. You work out all the time. The one that you just said there that makes the most sense was to focus more on your craft.
Yeah, focus more and put my heart into it, my soul into it, because it is what I love to do. Comedy is 100% what I love to do and what I wanted to do my whole life.
Fucking me too, man. I was writing a bit for the video that's going to be coming out next Thursday this morning, and I was just fucking cracking myself up, buying shit on Amazon, dreaming up the concept, fleshing it out, and I thought, this is the reason I got into comedy in the first place. It's not for pussy. It's not to be like Rat Dick Ralph and try to host fan meetups.
No.
It's not for the money. It's for the feeling of sitting down, writing some shit down on my laptop, and doubling over with laughter at it. What I wanted in 2013 when I started writing was to do that for a living. Was just my job every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday was to report to something that made me feel like that. You feel the same way.
Yeah.
So we talked about this on the way back from the Rat Dick Ralph shoot. Maybe making writing more part of your schedule.
Writing needs to be a bigger part of my schedule. Absolutely. Yeah.
Studying, make writing and studying.
Writing and studying a bigger part. Yeah. That it's funny how you don't feel like it leads directly to success, but it does. It does. And yeah, of course, man, hanging out with you has made me read a lot more than I have in the last couple of years, and it's cool, man. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good start.
Don't worry about writing comedy leading to success. I heard a football coach, I forget who it was, but I think it might have been the coach that just got fired from the Panthers. Maybe not the best example, but I think he said that don't focus on the results, just focus on doing the right things, doing the right work. And those guys, fucking football coaches, football quarterbacks, they make my Reddit criticism look like a piece of seagull shit talking shit about the sunset.
Yeah,
it's I don't know why I'm making shitty jokes right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep this lively. They know how to deal with criticism, and that really rang true to me because those guys are under the fucking microscope from the press, their fellow teammates, everybody. Don't focus on the results. Don't judge yourself day in and day out with the results. Just work on doing the work every day when you wake up.
Yeah, and it's and being someone that played baseball for so long, I know that's 100% true, man. Baseball has these gnarly periods where it's called a slump, and I know what a slump is, but the thing about baseball is like it's so difficult to hit a baseball that sometimes you're just so off that it seems impossible to hit a baseball. Mm-hmm. And every day, if you just slowly go back to the basics and do the work, which is like hitting off a tee, which I guess writing could be considered like hitting off a tee, which is hitting a ball that's not even moving, that's sitting on a tee, like a golf ball, but a bigger. And then you do that every day consistently, and all of a sudden, you start hitting again. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see that happen right before your eyes. And that's exactly what, what this is, the process is now, and what I have to do.
We'll try it, man.
I will.
We'll try it. Again, we've narrowed down the things that you think you need to change. That seemed like the most reasonable one. And again, we've said the options aren't attractive, or the alternatives aren't attractive. Drinking away the pain, getting on psychiatric drugs. I think a therapist is something you should look into too.
Yeah. I think I've needed a therapist for a long time.
A therapist? I don't want to speculate as to the relationship with your girlfriend, because you and I both know that I don't know how your private relationship with your girlfriend is. Yeah. Nobody knows that, and you're not going to feel comfortable talking about the intimacies of that. No, but I don't know, man. Examine that. Think about that.
I will. Yeah, I will do that. It's been a large positive, I mean, besides sometimes, you lay in bed longer than you're supposed to or something like that. But Other than that, it's been a general positive. She's just, helps me stay healthy for sure, active and all that. Definitely is a good, a good person to as far as sobriety and all that. Like she doesn't do any of that. So it's nice. Very positive individual for the most part, It's just that I still, I'm not a great boyfriend by any means, but
do you want to elaborate on what that means?
It just means that I've been, I've been a cheating bastard, for a long time. I have, it's been proved. Look, I've been more faithful to her than I've been in any other relationship, which is kind of scary, but it's hard. It's hard because I've used sex and sexting and anything involving women my whole life as part of like my mechanism to kind of help me live in this world. When she's not around, or we're not in agreement or something, my mind and my body and everything just wants to just go and find something shady to do with a woman.
What about using comedy to plug those holes?
That would be healthy, but when in those places, when I'm in that place, instead of doing that, and yes, I've gone to an open mic or this or that, but the energy and the motivation's not there, and I feel like it's not my best work, and then I just I want to. Then it's even worse. Then I want to drown my sorrows in some pussy even more, and then it further leads to even more depression after that. So it's always just a negative, because it's also caused a lot of problems in just my life in general. Like just my need for validation from women has been a problem, I feel like, for a long time.
It's tough, man. I can't relate exactly, but I have a girlfriend now, and it's been pretty serious. I know that I stay off the Instagram, the Twitter. I'm not going through my direct messages anymore because I know there's something on my laptop that needs doing for me to feel satisfied at the end of that day.
Right.
Not happy, not ecstatic, but just for me to feel good about myself and for me to get that daily feeling of like, okay, I can go to bed. I worked well today. I wrote some good jokes. I got a good chunk of editing done that's going to make tomorrow less daunting. That feeling keeps me off the quest for pussy. And it's a little easier for me to lecture on this because I don't go out as much as you. I'm not out at the clubs meeting chicks, other comedians. When I walk down the street wearing a tank top, MILFs aren't slipping me their phone numbers, which has probably happened to you at some point, right?
It's happened, yeah.
Yeah, I'm something of a recluse, so it's pretty easy for me to lecture people on how to stay faithful. But yeah, man, I think 4 hours added to your daily schedule right now, 2 hours of studying comedy, 2 hours of writing comedy would really go a long way. Stephen King advises that in his book on writing, and I used to apply that when I was writing books. That was my roadmap. That was whatever else happened that day. If I got my 2 and 2, 2 hours study, 2 hours of writing, I'd be happy. I'd be good. And if you get that too, and it's going to take a while, it's going to suck the first 3, 4,
Sure.
7 days. Once you get the 2, 3 weeks, I don't think you're going to want to stop.
Right.
I don't think you're going to want to close the word processor to pull up your DMs.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You can create a habit and it'll be easy.
John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're great guitarists who just came back. He said in an interview he was a horrible heroin addict for almost a decade. That's why he left the band the first time. When he was 20 years old, rock star, sexy, he just wrote Blood Sugar Sex Magic, one of the best albums ever. He left the band just to be a drug addict, basically. He said afterwards, I don't even consider doing drugs now. They're completely silly. There's a sort of momentum you can get and build up from getting better and better at the thing you love that makes drugs never even cross my mind. Your drug is pussy.
Yeah.
There's momentum that you can build up doing what you love, writing comedy, that'll make the pussy chase not cross your mind.
Exactly. That's what I need to do.
Do
I
it, man.
I'm going to do it, man.
Sugar Mama. Is Miss Robinson listening?
She could be.
There's a book called The Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual by Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL guy. Real easy read. Coffee table book. You kids, that and a David Goggins book called Can't Hurt Me. I think it's his only book. I've read those 2 books this year. whenever I'm feeling beat up, tired, broke down, wanting to go open a bottle and go chase some ass, wanting to dive into my DMs and tell some 19-year-old to drive up to San Diego, or drive up to LA, excuse me, that's where I live, and suck my cock, I think about David Goggins or Jocko Willink. This fucking book, dude, it could help.
Yeah, and I follow David Goggins.
He's a good
cool.
man.
Yeah.
He's got a theory. He calls it his governor thing, this 40% theory. He says that people use 40% of their potential and then they tell themselves, oh, I'm done. I'm beat. I need a day off.
Yeah.
But that much like in a car that has something called a governor, which keeps your miles per hour at a certain max out level so you can't fucking wear out all your shit and your engine doesn't fall apart after a while. They have the governor built in to stop it. But if you take that out, you can go 40% faster. He says that humans, if you realize that it's all a fucking defense mechanism, you yank that off, you got 60% untapped potential. You got 60% of your day you can fill with productivity, my boy.
Yep.
I feel like such an asshole. I'm just throwing whatever self-help knowledge I have at you.
Dude, don't feel like an asshole. I mean, I like that, man. I've read some of the books you've recommended, and they've already helped me, man. So, thank you.
That's okay.